Howdy guys, it's Joe here, and today I want to tell you guys how to climb rank with the least effort possible, or at least for myself, how I find myself climbing rank without putting in nearly as much effort as I was initially when I was trying to climb up the ranks. Now the main word for today is going to be habits. Essentially things that you initially practice to do, and then eventually just become kind of second nature to you. For example, practicing basketball at 5 o'clock p.m. every single day, brushing your teeth at night every single night, or taking a shower in the morning or in the nighttime. They're just overall things that you repeat again and again and again, and stuff that your body just gets kind of down into doing. And once you get down into doing these things, they become very easy to do and very easy to continue doing the same habit. Well, why do I mention this? Well, I'll say this because, simply put, habits can help you immensely in Overwatch. Mainly for the fact that they make so that you have to take a lot less effort into your work while playing Overwatch. Now, probably some of my favorite examples with this is, first off, practicing games, or at least practicing in the practicing range. I feel like a lot of people really have a big trouble with this. They'll go in one day, they'll put in like 3 or 4 hours, and then they'll be like, I'll play again in the future, but they just never play again, and they never go to the practice range. They tell themselves that they're going to practice, but honestly, they just don't practice. And the reason for this is that they're not used to practicing. They haven't really done it much in the past, and honestly, they just kind of don't really want to do it way too much. And they just really don't think about it way too much in the future, because they haven't done it much in the past. But what I'd say that you can really easily do is, instead of, playing that 4-hour long thing, make something that you want to do. Make a habit that you want to create. For example, for myself, in this exact situation, I decided I want to try to practice for 15 minutes every single day when I get home from wherever the heck I'm at the day. And that was a really nice thing. Now, during the beginning few days, it was pretty hard. I did have to put in a lot more effort than I really wanted to put in. Getting myself to get into that practice range, which is something that's honestly not way too fun, but very beneficial. But I kept doing it. I kept making myself do it. I gave myself a lot of reminders, and I started going to the practice range over and over and over and over again, getting better and better aim. And I feel like after a week or so, it became kind of like second nature. I pretty much just, when I got home, I was like, you know what? It's time to go to the practice ranges. It's time to get better at what I'm doing. And I really didn't have to think about it much, and it really wasn't way too hard for me to do. Now, of course, that's just with practicing, but I feel like this can also very easily reach out to a lot of the other things in Overwatch as well. One of the things is communication. This is something a lot of people have a bit of a problem with, but if you set, like a quick goal for yourself, like, I want to talk to my team about, exactly where I'm going in games, or, about what we want to do in our games at least once or twice per game. And then you decide that you're going to do that at least once or twice every single day. Well, after you do that every single day for like a week or two, you're going to be used to that, and you're going to start actually communicating to your team a lot more. And probably the most important thing with all of this, and probably the most important thing that can make you get better with the least amount of effort possible, is getting a habit of playing ranked games. Now, I know you may be thinking, like, I could just play ranked games. It's all fun and games. But I feel like a big problem that a lot of people do have is that they decide, early in the season they want to play a few ranked games. They'll play like 10 or 20, and then they'll just kind of forget about it. They just won't do it. Or they'll just think that the games are kind of like hard to play. It takes a lot of mental effort to play them, and they'll just kind of give up on the season until the very end of the season. Well, I'd beg to say that habits can really, really help you right here. Instead of, going through all that phase and having that really big problem of just kind of giving up, or just kind of forgetting, or just not doing it because, maybe you're just not used to playing these ranked games. If you just decide that maybe I'm going to play one ranked game at least every single day, maybe at a certain time period, maybe just whenever you get home, maybe whenever you have a chance, at least one ranked game every day, I feel like it has a lot of beneficial effects. One is that you get used to ranked, and it stops being so stressful. A lot of people really have the big problem that ranked, they're very stressed at it. But if you've been playing ranked for like an entire month or two, every single day at least once, I feel like it's a lot less stressful. Next, similarly to the first point, it won't be as hard for you to get into games. I've seen a lot of people that take like half an hour to an entire hour getting into the mindset to decide that they're going to get into a ranked game and, get going from there on. It's just a little bit spooky, but if you do get into the habit of going into the games and kind of just getting used to it every single day, it can really help you speed up that process, which will save you a lot of time. And probably definitely the most important thing about getting into the habit of playing ranked games every single day is the fact that it'll make you just play a lot more games overall, and that's really how you climb in ranked. I'd say the number one tip to ever climb in any game, whatever you play, is to just play the game a lot more, and just play whatever mode you're wanting to play a lot more. Now, I feel like it can be hard initially, just trying to play some games, but if you get in the habit and you get it down that you want to play a game at least once a day or twice a day, it can really speed up the process of, you just playing the game, and as well, it'll make so that you are consistent. You have been consistently playing the game, your skill level isn't going to, massively drop, and you're just going to be able to go up and up and up and up, and you're going to have a lot of games under your belt, which will mean that you'll have a lot of time that you've learned how to play the game and learn how to get better at the game. You just want a lot of time, and I feel like especially creating a habit and creating, you know, a repetition for yourself, a very easy repetition for your mind to follow, for your mind to get used to, it can really easily help you get in games, help you get practicing, and help you get better at the game without really having to stress, without really having to put in way too much effort. It just lets you get a lot better without putting in nearly as much effort. And yeah, there you go. Of course, if you have any other beneficial, you know, habits that you've gotten into yourself, maybe, you know, getting 3v3s every single day to try to improve it, or, you know, trying to improve yourself at 1v1s. If you have any other habits, make sure to tell me in the comment section down below. As always, we're trying to help each other. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button and tell me what you'd like to see in the future, or if you do enjoy this and want some more videos like this. As always, thank you guys for watching, though, and have a wonderful day.